Hello, everyone. Bonjour à tous. It is a pleasure to be part of this year's event. Given that Stratosphere is all about digital transformation, I suppose it is natural that this event is being hosted virtually on YouTube. I want to thank the organizers for ensuring that this important event took place in light of the current and challenging health environment, because it is important. And it's not an exaggeration to say that the collaboration and networking that you do here has never been more essential. The pandemic has caused a seismic shift in the speed in which Canadians expect digital services, and it's highlighted just how critical cloud services are to government. All of you watching today are playing a critical role in improving how government works, and in turn, you are ultimately delivering better programs and services to Canadians, which is what digital government is all about. Mais nous savons tous que, même avant la pandémie, les attentes des Canadiennes et des Canadiens à l'égard des services gouvernementaux évoluaient déjà à une vitesse fulgurante. En termes simples, la population canadienne veut pouvoir bénéficier des services gouvernementaux partout et à tout moment. Et elle veut des services conçus en fonction de ses besoins et non des besoins du gouvernement. C'est le principe fondamental qui sous-tend le plan stratégique des opérations numériques du gouvernement. Lancé en 2018, il trace notre chemin jusqu'à 2022 sur la manière dont nous allons gérer la technologie et le changement technologique au sein du gouvernement. Le plan définit des normes spécifiques pour le fonctionnement des administrations publiques à l'ère numérique. Je suis sûr que beaucoup parmi vous sont guidés par ces mêmes principes. Des principes comme la conception qui tient compte des utilisateurs, l'intégration de l'accessibilité dès le départ, la collaboration à grande échelle. Mais le plan stratégique des opérations numériques n'est pas qu'une partie de l'histoire. Au cours de l'année déjà écoulée, nous avons également progressé dans d'autres domaines importants. Par exemple, la politique sur les services et le numérique, qui a été élaborée sur la base de consultations avec les parties prenantes et le public, aide les ministères et organismes fédéraux à fournir le type de services numériques que les Canadiennes et les Canadiens attendent, des services axés sur le client et ses besoins. La politique garantit que les besoins en matière des services, les informations et les données, l'ouverture, la confidentialité, la sécurité, etc., sont pris en compte de manière proactive lors de la conception et du développement des services. En tant que secrétaire parlementaire de la ministre du gouvernement numérique, je peux vous dire que nous nous sommes engagés, la ministre Murray et moi-même, à fournir aux Canadiennes et aux Canadiens des services numériques fiables, accessibles et sûrs. But we know that delivering on these commitments and providing better digital services requires a modern IT infrastructure. And that's where the cloud comes in. Cloud computing is critical in supporting a digital transformation. As the broker of cloud services for the government, Shared Services Canada must ensure that the business needs of each government organization are met. 4 years ago, our government launched the Cloud Adoption Strategy because we recognize that modern IT infrastructure is the backbone of better service delivery. Among other things, the strategy directs government departments to prioritize the use of public cloud to store, manage, and process data and applications whenever possible. This cloud-first approach provides departments with the ability to deliver high-quality digital services while minimizing the cost of applications and infrastructure. It is also providing many departments with modern and flexible alternatives to make more efficient use of IT. And because cloud solutions are continually updated, they provide a variety of innovative tools that are helping us deliver enhanced client experiences. Mais nous savons aussi que, malgré tout l'avantage que le nuage apporte, la vie privée doit rester au premier plan. Notre gouvernement prend très au sérieux la sécurité et la confidentialité des données des Canadiennes et des Canadiens. C'est pourquoi nous ne faisons affaire qu'avec des fournisseurs de services en nuage qui détiennent des certifications de sécurité reconnues à l'échelle mondiale, dont certaines sont chez nous aujourd'hui. Et c'est pourquoi les informations personnelles des Canadiennes et des Canadiens resteront en territoire canadien, que les ministères utilisent ou non les services en nuage. L'adoption de l'informatique en nuage est donc un élément essentiel pour fournir des services numériques de qualité à l'échelle du gouvernement. En tant que secrétaire parlementaire de la ministre du gouvernement numérique, savoir que vous êtes si nombreux m'encourage, dans l'ensemble du gouvernement, à vous réunir avec l'objectif commun d'utiliser le nuage et les DevOps pour améliorer les opérations gouvernementales. Car l'amélioration des opérations gouvernementales conduit à de meilleurs services gouvernementaux et, en fin de compte, à une démocratie plus forte. Je sais que le travail que vous faites contribue à changer les choses. La ministre le sait aussi. Et dans tous les cas, les Canadiennes et les Canadiens ne s'en portent que mieux. Je vous remercie tout en vous souhaitant de vivre un grand moment lors de cet événement. Bon succès. All the best.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. My name is Paul Wagner, and I'm the Interim Chief Technology Officer for the Government of Canada. And I'm excited today to be addressing all of you attending our online version of Stratosphere in a virtual world, as most of our meetings are today. Before I continue, I'd like to acknowledge that the land from which I'm recording today is the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. And I encourage all of you to take a moment to recognize the First Peoples and traditional territories from wherever you may be watching across this country. The introduction of cloud has had a major impact on the way the IT community delivers services in support of employees and Canadians. I think none of us can argue with that fact. And over the next 2 days, we're going to hear some great stories about how cloud has actually changed the way we deliver those services and the way we work as a community. Since the Government of Canada first published its cloud adoption strategy back in 2016, we've seen departments use cloud for science, for mobile applications, for addressing aging and legacy IT, for digital services, and so much more. Je suis très fier de voir comment la communauté de la technologie au sein du fédéral a adapté à ces services infonuagiques. C'est pas seulement un changement technologique, c'est un changement culturel, c'est un changement de la façon dont on fait, on procède puis on fait notre travail. Cloud's not about technology, it's about changing the roles, in some cases the organizational structure, how we govern, how we deliver services, and not the least our security models around how we implement technology. As an example, last year, Treasury Board Secretariat partnered with Shared Services Canada, Communication Security Establishment, and PSPC to implement a guardrail-style governance for cloud service. Now, this is quite different than we've done it in the past. With traditional technology, you have a service provider, you go to that service provider, they build the environments, and we leverage them from an applications perspective in departments. In Guardrails governance model, the Government of Canada Enterprise Architecture Review Board decided on a minimum configuration, confirmed that, and that's what's being used for all cloud tenants as a base. Those minimum configurations are what is known as guardrails. They're monitored to make sure that the tenants that we have across the government don't drift outside of those guardrails, and we maintain a high visibility into potentially high-risk scenarios where we've got Canadian citizen data, Canadian business data in those systems. So we monitor those obviously at a much higher level. In the months to come, we'll continue to work with our partners, and we're actually, thanks to the work of the cloud community that's gathered here today virtually, I expect that we're going to see a change in the cloud operating model. We're going to see some new guardrails as we learn and leverage the technology more and more. Shared Services Canada has already started to work with departments to remain compliant with those guardrails and in releasing new cloud configurations. It's actually a different way of working, and I actually think we're going to start to see some self-healing configurations for cloud where different levels of automation will actually be able to detect and correct guardrail drift that we set up without any kind of human intervention. We're not there yet, but that's where I think we're going to see some things move in the future, and I'm sure we're going to see some interesting examples of automation, of the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning over the next couple of days. All in all, what this does is it brings an enterprise approach to cloud, where really centralized visibility is gained, but we still maintain departmental agility. Absolutely critical as we move forward. With the introduction of cloud, we're seeing teams shift towards continuous delivery. So continuous delivery is all about the processes and cultures that we need to deliver quickly without compromising security, quality, or reliability. I think a lot of you can attest to that. A lot of you are probably part of those changes that are happening today. As a community, our focus is shifting up the technology stack. Donc maintenant, on s'ajuste puis on regarde plus l'expérience de nos utilisateurs, nos citoyens. Ça devient plus important que de regarder la technologie. La technologie demeure surtout très importante, mais on passe plus de notre temps, plus de notre effort à s'assurer que nos citoyens, les entreprises canadiennes ont une expérience qui s'attend du fédéral. We're also seeing departments starting to share their code in open repositories. Fantastic. We saw that in spades when it came to the pandemic response. We'll talk about that in a second. But sharing and contributing code, experiences, best practices is all an important part of building that community. And today and tomorrow is a great example of how we continue to do that. The current pandemic showed us the importance of being able to pivot quickly. So we set up contact centers in a matter of days. We deployed collaboration tools across the federal government in a matter of weeks. Data sets from departments were brought together to track the progress on the pandemic. Cell phone traffic patterns were used to see how Canadians were responding to social distancing requirements. COVID exposure notification app, COVID Alert, was created, downloaded, and I believe it's downloaded today by more than 3 million Canadians. And the number of provinces that are adopting it continues to increase, with Quebec being the most recent. Mobile apps to screen travelers at the border were created. All of these things were created with the help of cloud services, and with, more importantly, the help of IT professionals like you. None of this would be possible. Cloud is a great platform, but it's all of you that are here today and your colleagues that are absolutely critical in the delivery of these services and making them safe, secure, and reliable. I do want to take a moment to actually thank all of you who've worked tirelessly to respond to the pandemic. Your efforts have made sure that the government continues to function. In fact, it functions in an even greater way for many Canadians that required the financial, the security, the medical assistance that they required. Thanks to your efforts, that was absolutely possible. So take a moment out today. If you're in a chat group with some folks, congratulate them, thank them. You're part of this fantastic community that made that happen. Donc, cette conférence a démarré il y a 2 ans effectivement pour nous amener ensemble. Normalement, on se fait réunir à quelque part en train de prendre des cafés, des discussions un peu ad hoc, mais malheureusement, avec tout ce qui se passe aujourd'hui, on le fait dans une façon virtuelle, mais je suis très content et très fier de notre équipe qui a mis ça en place. Je pense que ça va être 2 journées incroyables. It's great to see the team pull this together in a virtual way. I think they did a fantastic job. So hats off to the organizing community. And it's gonna, the rest is up to you. The rest is up to you to create this event. It's a community event. There's no vendors. There's no booths. What you're going to see today is your colleagues talking about their journey to adopt cloud and also to adopt it with a DevOps model to keep that continuous learning. So today and tomorrow is about you, a community that continues to learn and share. And I hope that you find it both inspirational and instructive. I'll be logging in here and there to see how things are going. But I would challenge each and every one of you to think about what your story would be when we do this again next year, either virtually or in person. What's the story that you're going to bring to Stratosphere and contribute to the community? Donc avec ceci, je vous remercie beaucoup, and I wish you a fantastic 2 days. Enjoy Stratosphere, and all the best.